Hey YouTube, Happy New Year. It's like January 5th, I think. I don't know. I'm back home, as you can tell. I've been back for a while. And I don't go back to school till April. And so I seriously think I've announced it like, oh, I don't even know how many times in church. I've told so many people that I'm going back in April, and there are still tons of people that ask me when I'm going back or, sorry. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, this is weird. I don't know why. I think because I have a plan of what I want to talk about, and I normally don't. So, oh my gosh. So, sorry, you have 20% battery left. I'm gonna plug you in and see what happens. See if I can do that. Anyway, so, I don't know why I'm nervous. So, okay, gosh, sorry. It's because I have something to talk about. So, I just watched that movie called Catfish, that documentary about that guy who, so he's a photographer, and he had a picture in like a newspaper, like the New York Times or something, and he then gets this painting of his picture from this girl named Abby, and then he starts talking to her, and like then he talks to her mom, and then he talks to her older sister and starts kind of like an internet relationship with her older sister. Anyway, it turns out like he goes to visit her and it's not really her, it's not even really her mom, like it's the little girl's mom, but not the Megan girl's mom. And she created all these profiles to be this Megan girl's friend and made up all this crap. Like, she is an artist and stuff like that, but yeah, like, anyway, she made up like all these lies, and there's a TV show now, not based, but the Nev guy, I think his name is, he goes and people email him and tell him about their internet relationships, and then he like looks it up to see if it's legit, and then they go meet the person to see if it's legit, and it's this weird show. But as I was watching the movie, I thought to myself, it would be so much easier, like, I don't know, if you were just self-conscious about the way you looked, then you could, I don't know, because you'd kind of have to make a whole new profile, you know what I mean, like, anyway, I was thinking at first that you would just be yourself and just get a different picture, you know what I mean? Get different pictures and just still be yourself though. And as I'm telling you this, I thought, well, you'd have to block all your friends or make a new profile and, you know what I mean? Change your name slightly so people looking for the real you couldn't find you when people were looking for the fake you. You know what I mean? But the concept still applies. It would be easier because people would get to know the real you, and in a way, somewhat, you know? You just change your picture if you're self-conscious about the way you look, and you could still be you and still be in the same place and still like the same things maybe and still be you, but it's just you look different. And in my mind, it'd kind of be easier to accept that person more, you know? Like if you met that person and you had been talking to that real person and it's just their picture that's different, then it would be easier, you know? Because in the movie, the Angela lady, she was both herself and her daughter, and she had two different cell phones, and I don't know, it was just really crazy, and it seemed to me that it would be so much easier to just kind of have your same name and have your same interests and just change your picture if you were concerned about the way you looked. You know what I mean? And it just like, I don't know, maybe it's something where if you're using pictures of different people, you have to, if you're gonna tag yourself, you have to change your name, you know? I don't know. It just, you know what I mean? Because from my point of view, it'd be easier to maybe, you know, like if you were in a relationship with that person and they were that person but just a different picture, I think it'd be easier to better accept what that person had done because they weren't really lying to you. I mean, they were about what they looked like, but if you are attracted to someone's personality, then their face just becomes their personality. So if you have like the coolest personality ever, like I think I have a pretty nice personality, but my looks may not be the best. Like if I were to do that, I would just change my profile picture and then it's still me, and I would kind of be more willing to accept that person if, you know, like I met them and they weren't the person in the picture, but everything else was the same about them, you know? Like, I don't know. Question of the day, would you be more willing to, like if you were in this situation where you had been talking to this person for like a year, and then you actually met them and it was just their picture that was different, would you be willing to accept that person? Post a comment if you like, or if you want, if you like, and I'll see you guys next time I make a video. DFTBA, and bye!